Here is something longtime residents of Japan rarely mention to visitors. After you have lived there for a few years, you stop noticing the small daily moves that make life feel quieter, cleaner, and less friction-filled. Tourists photograph the temples and the neon. Locals quietly use a dozen tiny systems that shave minutes, reduce stress, and prevent the small irritations most of us treat as normal. I spent years asking neighbors, shop owners, and commuters which habits they would miss most if they moved abroad. The answers were never the famous ones. They were the boring, brilliant ones hiding in plain sight. 11 of those habits can be folded into almost any routine, and most people who try them notice a difference within a week. A quick note before we begin. None of this is medical, financial, or safety advice. These are lifestyle observations drawn from common Japanese practices and publicly reported design choices, and your results will vary by home, climate, and budget. Number 11. The umbrella sleeve at the entrance. Walk into almost any department store, museum, or office building on a rainy day, and you will see a small plastic dispenser by the door. You slide your wet umbrella in, the sleeve seals around it, and suddenly your bag, your floor, and the person beside you on the train stay dry. Longtime residents barely register the gesture. Tourists, by contrast, drip their way through 3 aisles before they notice the puddle behind them. The hack you can borrow is the principle, not the plastic. Keep a small microfiber pouch or a foldable umbrella case in your bag. When the umbrella closes, it goes straight into the sleeve, not into the open mouth of your tote. Industry surveys of urban commuters routinely cite wet floor slips as a common minor injury source, and design researchers have long pointed to small containment tools like umbrella sleeves as a quiet way to reduce that friction. It will not transform your life. It will, within a week or two, noticeably cut the number of times you arrive somewhere already annoyed. Number 10. The Zenkan habit. The Genkan is the small recessed area just inside a Japanese front door where outdoor shoes come off and indoor slippers go on. Tourists step into a home, freeze for a second, then awkwardly try to balance on one foot. Longtime residents do it without thinking, and their floors show it. The deeper benefit is not just cleanliness. It is the psychological pause. Crossing that small step signals that the workday has ended and the home has begun. You do not need a sunken tile entry to copy this. A single mat by the door, a low bench, and a pair of dedicated indoor shoes is enough. Allergists and indoor air researchers have repeatedly noted that removing outdoor footwear may help reduce the amount of dust, pollen, and street residue tracked into living spaces. The bigger gain is mental. Within a few days, that 2-second ritual starts marking the end of outside mode, and people often describe feeling like they decompress more quickly in the evenings. Number 9. The konbini as a daily anchor. A konbini is a Japanese convenience store, and calling it convenience is almost insulting. You can pay bills, ship parcels, withdraw cash, print documents, buy a decent meal, and pick up concert tickets, often in under 5 minutes. Longtime residents use them as a kind of utility hub. Tourists treat them like snack shops. The hack you can adapt anywhere is the idea of one trusted anchor point in your week. Pick a single nearby store or service that handles 3 or 4 of your recurring small errands, and route them through that one stop. Consumer behavior researchers have written for years about decision fatigue and the cost of scattered micro-errands. Consolidating them into a single, predictable visit tends to free up surprising amounts of mental bandwidth. You will not get a Japanese convenience store on your corner. You can, however, build a personal version, and most people who try it say their week feels quieter within a fortnight. Number 8. The Oshibori Reset. An oshibori is the small, wet towel handed to you at restaurants in Japan, usually before you have even ordered. Hot in winter, cold in summer, always faintly scented. Tourists wipe their hands and move on. Longtime residents use it as a tiny ritual that closes the door on the outside world before the meal begins. The hack does not require a restaurant. Keep a small stack of washcloths at home, dampen one, and wipe your hands and the back of your neck before you sit down to eat. It sounds trivial. It is not. Hospitality researchers studying sensory transitions have noted that small temperature and touch cues may help people shift from work mode to rest mode more cleanly. Within a week, you may find you actually taste your dinner instead of inhaling it while still mentally answering emails. A quick aside before we continue. If any of these are landing, the like button genuinely helps the channel surface more videos like this, and a subscribe means the next one finds you without you hunting for it. Now, back to the habits longtime residents quietly rely on. Number 7, the Otohime Principle. In many Japanese public restrooms, there is a small buttons or sensor that plays a soft water sound, originally designed to mask other noises and reduce wasted flushing. Tourists are baffled by it. Longtime residents press it without a second thought. The transferable idea is the use of gentle ambient sound to reduce social friction and self-consciousness in shared spaces. At home or in an open-plan office, a small white noise app, a quiet fan, or a low instrumental playlist can do similar work. Researchers studying acoustic privacy have repeatedly found that soft masking sound may help people concentrate and feel less monitored in shared environments. You will not need a button on the wall. A free app on your phone, set to a steady low volume, can quietly upgrade focus and comfort within a few days of consistent use. Number 6, the coin tray at the register. Walk into any Japanese shop and you will notice a small, shallow tray near the till. You place your money in the tray, the cashier counts it, and your change comes back in the same tray. No fumbling, no dropped coins, no awkward palm-to-palm handoff. Longtime residents barely see it anymore. Tourists often hand cash directly and create a small traffic jam. The hack for your own life is the principle of a designated handoff zone. At home, keep a small dish by the door for keys, cards, and loose change. In your bag, use one zipped pocket exclusively for receipts and coins. Behavioral design writers have long pointed out that friction in small daily exchanges adds up across a week. A $2 tray, literally or metaphorically, can noticeably smooth those moments out. Number 5, the single-serve pack mindset. Japanese supermarkets are full of small portions, half cabbages, single-serve rice packs, 2-piece fish fillets, tiny pickle pouches. Tourists laugh at the size. Long-time residents, especially those living alone or in small households, swear by it. Less waste, less guilt, less spoiled produce at the back of the fridge. You do not need a Japanese supermarket to copy the logic. Portion your groceries the moment you get home. Pre-bag snacks, freeze meat in single meal sizes, decant rice into measured containers. Food waste researchers have estimated that a meaningful share of household food spending may be lost to spoilage, much of it tied to oversized packaging. Within a week or two of pre-portioning, most people notice less waste, less weeknight decision fatigue, and a fridge that looks like it belongs to a calmer person. Number 4, the pocket tissue habit. Walk through any Japanese train station and someone will hand you a small pack of pocket tissues, often with an ad tucked inside. Tourists toss them. Longtime residents keep one in every bag, jacket, and desk drawer. Public restrooms often lack paper towels, and the tissues quietly solve a dozen small problems a week. Spilled coffee, runny noses, smudged glasses. The hack is almost embarrassingly simple. Buy a multi-pack of tissues, stash one in every bag and coat you own, and forget about them until you need them. Public health writers have noted that small portable hygiene tools may help reduce minor disruptions across the day. It will not change your life. It will, within days, eliminate one of those tiny background frustrations you did not even realize you were carrying. Number 3, the lane-aware escalator. In most Japanese cities, there is an unwritten rule on escalators. One side is for standing, the other is left clear for people who want to walk. Tourists clog both sides with luggage. Longtime residents drift automatically to the standing lane and tune out. The deeper habit is spatial awareness in shared spaces. You can apply it anywhere. Walking on the same side as oncoming traffic on a narrow path, stepping aside when you stop to check your phone, pausing. At the top of stairs instead of in the middle. Urban design researchers have long argued that small, predictable movement norms may help reduce stress in dense environments. Within a week of practicing this kind of micro-courtesy, you may notice fewer small collisions, fewer dirty looks, and oddly, less of your own irritation at other people. Number 2, the futon reset. Many Japanese homes still use futons. Thin mattresses that are folded and stored away each morning. Tourists find this exhausting. Longtime residents describe it as one of the most underrated daily habits they have. The bedroom becomes a living room by 9 a.m. The bedding airs out, and the day starts with one small completed task. You do not need a futon to copy the principle. Make your bed properly every morning, open a window for a few minutes, and treat the bedroom as a multi-use space rather than a permanent sleep cave. Sleep hygiene writers have repeatedly suggested that airing bedding and resetting the room may support better sleep quality over time. Within a week, most people who try it report falling asleep a little faster and waking up in a room that feels less stale. Number 1. The small daily move philosophy itself. If you ask longtime residents what actually upgraded their routine after moving to Japan, almost nobody names a gadget. They name the habit of treating small moves seriously. Wiping the sink after brushing teeth, putting the umbrella in the sleeve, slipping off shoes at the door, carrying the tissues, pressing the soft sound button. None of these are dramatic. Together, they form a quiet operating system that keeps the day from fraying at the edges. Behavioral researchers studying habit stacking have written for years that small, repeated micro-actions may compound into outsized changes in stress and satisfaction. The single biggest hack on this list is not any one item. It is the decision to start noticing the 2-second moments in your day and asking whether a tiny tool, gesture, or pause could make them smoother. So, looping back to the umbrella sleeve at the start, none of these habits will instantly transform your life. They will, within a week or two of consistent use, quietly upgrade the texture of your routine. Fewer wet floors, fewer scattered errands, fewer rushed meals, fewer collisions in narrow hallways. Pick 2 or 3 that fit your home and your week and let them settle in before you add more. And as a reminder, none of this is medical, financial, or safety advice. It is a snapshot of small daily moves longtime residents quietly rely on. If even one of them earns a permanent place in your day, that is the whole point.